My name is Andrew Costerison. Most people call me Cos, C-O-S, and I am so excited to present to you 5 little projects that I worked on today for a few hours under Cos Projects. We'll call this episode 1. So Cos Projects. I love that Salesforce can be used in so many diverse ways, and I've tried to come up with 5 different tools that are fairly practical, at least in my own life, and might be helpful for you as well. So these demos here will be approximately 3 minutes each video, set into a playlist, so they'll go back to back to back. And so just to give you a heads up, and I will show you kind of the front end here of what this looks like just as you're using these tools. First of all, CME, Continuing Medical Education. So most of you know that I work as an emergency medicine physician assistant, or PA. Basically, it's like an ER doc. So I take care of patients very similarly to how a physician in the ER would be taking care of patients. And part of the process of that is proving that you're keeping up on your medical knowledge. And so you go to these courses, these seminars, conferences, you read articles, you do these programs, and you earn certificates a lot of the times in order to prove that you've been doing this. And one of the big pain points of this, unfortunately, is that keeping track of all of that can be quite a hassle. And the actual websites that we use to submit this data often are not the best, honestly. But Salesforce, I believe, offers a really cool option for collecting the CME data, so you can really quickly put in the information and look over it all as you're going through the process of collecting these things. So I put in a few little some real life records from the past couple years to show, just to demonstrate. So I'll give you a quick tour of the record itself, how it's laid out, and then we'll create a new one here based on a interesting article that I found. So this is ACLS, or Advanced Cardiac Life Support. It's considered Category 1. Real quick, categories for CME are 1 or 2, and 1 is where you could be audited and you have to have the certificate. You have to prove that you did it. It's a lot more robust kind of situation versus category 2 is more loose, general. It's things that you don't necessarily have to prove, but they are still contributing to your overall continuing medical education. So in this case, Advanced Cardiac Life Support, it is category 1, and it's considered a certificate program, so that's what I've chosen here. I did complete it last year in April. It was 2 hours. It was a refresher course. There's, as I recall, not really a sponsor, but American Heart Association is behind it. So I put that there. There's CAQ, which in the PA world basically is related to contributing towards a specialty to show that you have some extra special skills there. And so emergency medicine definitely counts for that. Dropbox link. So if I collect all my certificates in Dropbox, and this is where I would put the link to that so that I could prove that I earned that. In this case, I'm just leaving it blank. But yeah, I would do that there. The date earned sometimes is different than the date started, especially at a conference. There's multiple days. Topic type. So my current employer actually has specific topics they want us to be involved in with our studies, and so we have to earn certain amounts for each of these, and in this case it just goes under general emergency medicine topic. And then here, this is where I can put some notes. Yes, so there I can put some study notes if I want, and that is one of these records. Now let's make a new one. Now I came across this interesting article, and I'm going to use this. It's not really something I would use, but it's going to go along with this flow of the story I'll be telling here as I go through these tools, okay? The smoothie is kind of the link through everything. So let's say I find this article here. Stephanie Swavely, not heard of her, not met her, but she looks like she's a dietitian, registered dietitian. She wrote this article here for this this website here, and it's about the benefits, the health benefits of cherry almond smoothies. And I'm like, oh, that's interesting. So I read the article, see that, there's actually, there's some ingredients and instructions for making the smoothie. That's awesome. Well, let's first of all, I want to track that as CME. So let's go here. I'm going to go ahead and start a new record account, or a new record here, and I'm going to go ahead and I'm just going to take this name here, copy it in, bring in some of this information. This would definitely be a category 2. It is not really a journal, so we'll just use other. I'm going to give myself credit for this year, and we'll read it today. Oh man, I'd say it's just like 6-minute read, if that. So we'll do that. There's definitely no sponsors, providers, not really CAQ. There's no certificate. Date earned would be the same. Topic, not really emergency medicine or any of these other guys. We'll just leave it. Study notes. Yeah, there's something interesting, right? Adding flaxseed. That's cool. All right, let's put that in there, and then we can reference that in some other time. And we save that, and there we go. There's our record of this almond smoothie deal, cherry almond smoothie. And now moving on to the next tool, because as I'm looking at this, I'm going, I'd really like to be able to collect that recipe along with my other smoothie recipes. I mean, who doesn't love a smoothie, especially in the middle of a really busy ER shift? Sometimes I'll bring a smoothie just as my only way to get by. So here we go. We're going to move into the next video and the next tool.